instead of a caretaker. Omar was more like Philip's right-hand man, except that Omar was always a little bit unreliable. He liked to spy on Philippe's secretary. She'd just pass by at dinner. Omar's eyes would glaze over. He'd feed Philippe his food directly into his eyes. In order to test whether Philippe was really unconscious, he would use boiling water. At night, Philippe wanted to answer the phone. Omar handed him the cell phone, forgetting that Philippe was disabled. Because of Omar's carelessness, a lot of things went wrong. The woman found an electric baton and a knife in Omar's bag. Everything was so unsettling. That day, Philippe wanted to go to a painting exhibition, but as soon as he opened the nanny van, Omar refused. He didn't want to put Philip in the car like an animal. Omar lifted the hood. It's a shame to have a Maserati and not use it. It's a shame. Omar wanted to give Philippe back his passion, but when he got to the door, there was a private car in front of him. Philip said the neighbor was a repeat offender. No matter how many times he told them, it didn't work, but Omar thinks so.
Bonjour, ça va?
Quoi?
Je te dérange pas, Patrick Juvet, tu veux un café? Tiens, fais voir ça.
Quoi?
C'est long, toi. Viens là. Vas-y, lis.
Regarde de pastage.
Plus fort, j'entends pas.
Regarde de pastage.
La bonne méthode.
The etiquette of high society is impossible to circumvent. Omar took care of it in a simple and brutal way. Then they went to the gallery. Philip was staring at a white canvas with a nosebleed. Omar knew nothing about art. He learns that this piece of crap costs 30,000 euros. Omar jumped up and said, Philip could make more nosebleeds on the spot. He could make more nosebleeds on the spot. Omar never knew what to do. Philippe wanted a chocolate and he said,
Pas de bras, pas de chocolat.
it's a ridiculous joke, but that's what made it so easy for Philip. A friend warned Philip. Omar had just gotten out of prison. He was armed with a sharp weapon and a tendency toward violence. A man from the slums has no sympathy. Philip's relationship with Omar was a delicate one. Everyone is too respectful of Philippe's fame and fortune. Now that he's disabled, he's even more cautious. But with Omar, he always joked and laughed. It was as if they had forgotten their situation. It was as if they were true friends. Something Philip had never experienced before. But Omar wasn't as vulgar as he appeared. That night, there was a wail from the ventilator. Omar immediately rushed to the room to find. Philip was sweating profusely. It was a side effect of the medication. Every time Philip would suffer alone, and Omar didn't say anything. She just kept wiping Philip's sweat with a towel. She cooled him down with her cold palms. She stayed by his side with care and attention, until Philip was in remission. To prevent further accidents, Omar took Philippe out for some fresh air. Walking in Paris at 4 o'clock in the morning, Philippe told Omar, it's called phantom pain. He was like a cold steak, thrown into a hot pan. Although his body was insensible, but he could still feel the pain. Omar asked if there was anything else he could do to ease the pain. Just as two beautiful women passed by, Philip smiled and laughed, and Omar understood instantly.